All right, good morning, fans. Welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. A lot to talk about. This is going to be my recap, actually, what's going on in the NFL, in baseball, hockey, NBA. But most important, we're almost halfway of the NFL, and we also over with baseball. Good game last night with the Dodgers. Stay tuned. All right, fans, good morning. Welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the subscribers. Hey, if you saw it last night, another classic. Yes, it may be a controversial call at home plate, but looking at the replay, it was the right call. Both teams had chances to finish this off. But listen, let's give our hats, you know, to the Blue Jays. This was a classic. This was an amazing series. I said it will go 7 games, but unfortunately, the winner was the Dodgers. Congratulations to the LA Dodgers. Listen, this team, I mean, the togetherness that they play, they don't give up. They're not worried. They're behind. They just keep grinding and grinding. Same thing to Toronto Blue Jays, guys. Same thing. That team is pretty good down the future, by the way. So, once again, I'm happy for the Dodgers. I'm happy also for the Blue Jays, even though they lost. But listen, they gave a big fight. And looking at the statistics of that game and looking at how many pitchers, they used 9 pitchers. I think Dodgers used 8 pitchers. Dodgers used a pitcher that pitched yesterday. I mean, the day before and yesterday in that game, which was amazing. Uh, I believe key hits, key moments, key catches, because it was a great catch in the outfield. Kike Hernandez slide down and the guy went on top of Kike Hernandez and made the catch. It's amazing, man. It was a classic all the way around. So I mean, let's be honest. The Blue Jays had a chance. The Dodgers had a chance, but apparently the Dodgers came out victorious. Now, college football. Well. Once again, not gonna go with the top 25 because you saw what happened to the Hurricanes. Once again, Beck throws an interception, and that was the winner for SMU. Listen, the quarterback is struggling big time. Let's be honest. The last 2 games, uh, defense of the Hurricanes, you got to give them credit. They hold as much as they can, guys. But listen, it's college football. But here's my top 12 that are in the playoffs right now: Ohio State, Indiana, Alabama, Texas A&M, Georgia, Oregon. Miami's there, okay, at 7. Ole Miss, Vanderbilt, Texas, Georgia Tech, and Tulane. When you lose 2 games, all right, now I'm looking at the bubble watch, which is to my right hand side on my screen. Notre Dame, BYU, Louisville, Tennessee, USC, Oklahoma, Michigan, Missouri, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Cincinnati, Washington, and Houston. So Houston might jump on the other side, and Miami might win on the bubble side after week 9. As you know, I'm ahead of myself. We're already in week 10. And I tell you, Miami lost 26-20. Memphis won 38-14 over Rice. Penn State lost to Ohio State 38-14. Uh, West Virginia beat Houston 45-35. So there we go. It might change that also. Vanderbilt 31, Texas 34. Texas beat Vanderbilt. That might change also. Louisville, number 16, beat Virginia Tech 28-16. Indiana, number 2, beat Maryland 55-10, destroyed them. Notre Dame 25, Boston College 10. See, now Notre Dame might end up in the other side. So That was week 9. Yesterday was week 10. That's why I had this done before week 10, so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Georgia won 24-20 over Georgia. I mean, I think it was another controversial call. That was a catch, guys. They called it incomplete. I mean, he caught it with both hands. I'm just telling you, it's just sad how things are going, the officiating. But I leave it to that. Virginia 31, number 15, beat California 31-21. Purdue lost to Michigan 21-16. Look at how close these games are. Mississippi won 30-14 over South Carolina. Then you had Georgia Tech lose to NC State 48-36. Then USC beat Nebraska 21-17. Then Oklahoma and Tennessee, what a game, guys. Oklahoma 33, Tennessee 27. So number 18 beat number 14. And then Cincinnati, number 17, lost to Utah 45-14. So as it gets closer and closer and closer, because we almost, what, 2 more weeks of 2 more weeks probably of NCAA's and or 3 more weeks of NCAA. This is it. So Miami, I mean, Miami wants to make this to the end, guys. They need to play better ball, especially on the quarterback side, and that's for the Hurricane fans. I can't talk about the other team because the other team has bounced back tremendously. And let me go back to the World Series because this is something that I was going to bring up. Dodgers won 5-4 final in the 11th inning. But I want you to understand one thing, okay? Look at these stats, right? 5 runs, 11 hits. Toronto, 4 runs, 14 hits. Smith homered in the 11th inning. Okay, helped the Dodgers beat the Blue Jays. And they became the first repeat champions in 25 years, which that's incredible. Listen, Guerrero had a good series. I mean, you look at how many pitchers this team used last night. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing. But unfortunately, that is part of sports, you know. You win, lose, or draw, and you got to give them credit, especially Toronto, man. What a series. And the hard thing is when you lose at home, okay? That is probably one of the hardest thing, the most. You lose at your home field. But you fought. You fought to the end. Now, we talk about college football. Not going to talk about NBA today. Not going to talk about hockey because it's early in the season. There's a lot of action going on. I am going to talk about every sport because I am a Laker fan. I am a Florida Panther fan. So the hottest team right now is the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're 8-3, their division. I think Florida won last night on the shootout. So I'll get to that once the season gets closer. Now we're almost midpoint of the NFL. I got some standings. I got things going on. We know what's going on with the Dolphins. We talked about it already. I think Tuesday is the trade deadline. There's rumor of Jalen Wright, Waddle. Discussion is also there, but they stopped. Phillip is also discussed. Bradley Chubb is also discussed. Achin is also in the mix. With this new intern GM, we just don't know what's going to happen. Is McDaniel job secured? No, guys, it's not secured. He'll be here till the end of the season, and then we'll take it from there. Now, they're looking for a new GM, and I would not say he'd be a good one. You got people already saying, well, no, don't make him get somebody new. Listen, when somebody knows the organization as well as he does, he's been here with years with us, you got to give that person a chance, right? So, but anyhow, let's go to the NFL for a second. And here's the NFL standing, guys. The Eagles on top, Cowboys are second. The most surprising team right now are the Commanders. I mean, with injuries, this has happened. The Giants, I mean, they lost a couple of tough games, especially to Denver, up by almost 20 something points in the fourth quarter. They allowed 30 something points, and it's just crazy. Look at that Green Bay Packers. They're also playing good ball. My thing is that tide, man, can we could get rid of that tide. That tide could cost you a playoff or a potential, wild card, whatever, because that is so crucial, man. Then you follow by Detroit having a good season, 5-2. The Bears are 4-3, not bad at all. They had a winning streak until it was snapped by the Ravens. Then you got the Vikings at 3-4, so not a bad division. Tampa Bay, uh, Panthers, Atlanta Falcons. They're they're in it. They're their division is not a runaway division, but Tampa Bay right now is looking good. New Orleans, hey, what can I tell you, man? No quarterback. They need a quarterback. There's some good signs of stuff coming out there, but they're very young. Then you got Seattle, Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco, and Arizona. So that's an open up division. The surprising divisions right here, the AFC East. Why? New England Patriots. Nobody knew that Grable was going to come in and take this team with a record of 16-2 right from the bat. We said it all season when the season started. They're not good enough. They're learning. They're young. They've got veteran players. It's going to take a while. Well, let me tell you, you got to give kudos where kudos goes. The guy done a great job. Buffalo, as always, 5-2. They don't look as good. The Dolphins are 2-7. What's going to happen to that team? We'll know down the road. Jets 1-7. Pittsburgh 4-3. Have a tough game today against the Colts. That's a team that I'm very impressed. Open wide division. The moment that Thursday night football, the Ravens beat the Dolphins, open up the door for the Ravens. I mean, it's a crucial game. Excuse me, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a must win. But these two teams, when they play together, it's a battle all the time. My thing is, I'm worried about Pittsburgh defense. Can they can they not allow no 30 points anymore? Because every game they play is over 30 points. Their defense is weak. I don't care they got Ramsey. I don't care they got because they say, oh, well, Ramsey trade was good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't see that trade good. If you do, you let me know. But you're getting beat with the pass and you're getting beat with the run. So anyhow, you got Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, the Ravens follow. Then of course the Browns are 2-6. Then here's the big one, the Colts, man. The Colts win this one. They go 8-1. I believe with a couple more wins, they secure that division because they're pretty good. Jacksonville is doing well. Houston finally got a game. Tennessee, once again, rookie quarterback. It's going to take a while. Then Denver, 6-2. The Chargers, 5-3. And then suddenly, the Kansas City Chief has emerged in this division. So, and of course, Las Vegas Raiders, back to the drawing board on that one. So, mid-season, now we know when the trade's coming up. I think it's Tuesday or before Tuesday when you see trades, what's going to happen to this team. This is the year around where you hit the mid-season already in the NFL and you try to develop and make your team better by adding all these players. Of course, which is your dream, the Super Bowl. But before you get to the Super Bowl, you got to go to playoff wild card. Now, are these teams typically, eliminated? The teams that we're looking at, 2-7, maybe the 1-7s, yes. The 2-7s, the 2-6s, there's still plenty of football to play. Now, to do that, you got to go into a winning streak. And it's so hard in the National Football League to get this big winning streak. So Miami has their handful, and I'm trying to stay optimistic, guys. But the moment you see trades going on with this team, uh, most of the time as fans, we say, okay, this is it. We're building for the next year. We're building for the future. Okay. There's no rebuilding for the Miami Dolphins. Let me tell you right now, there's not a rebuilding. You think it is by trading all these players. Uh, they would like to get a good draft pick. Okay. Whatever GM comes in, it could be Camp. Who knows, right? Comes in, but here we go. This is team is being evaluated day to day now. Okay, it's in completely evaluation for the Miami Dolphins, and I'm talking about Dolphin fans, and I feel the same probably for other teams, right? Because you invested so much money in players in your team, and you expected high expectation, and look what happens. But listen, through all this, we have to be real, guys. There's injuries. There's players that don't like to play in your team. I mean, there's controversy, there's accountability, there's so many issues going on with these teams that it makes you think, okay? And I always say this, and I say this in a good way. You don't need cancer in your ball club. You have cancer, you get rid of cancer in your ball club. And listen, Tariq injury might hurt the Dolphins, maybe not. Tua struggle continue. Has a good game, has a bad game. It's not consistent. I mean, it happens. Listen, I credit the offensive line. Yeah, I feel they're getting better. They are weaker in the right side, but they're getting better because Tua only got sacked once against the Ravens, which I was surprised. Now remember, the Ravens did have five starters coming back to that game on Thursday night. But I'm not going to use excuses. You're at home. I mean, you lay an egg. Uh, there was controversial calls that was made once again. Are we going to blame the calls because my Dolphins lose? No, it's called execution. McDaniel, once again, did not execute. McDaniel, once again, time clock issues. That comes from the coaches. But listen, what can I say, right? So the good thing, Miami's off for the week. Doesn't play until they play Buffalo at home. That's another story. I'm not going to be for that one. Unfortunately, I'll be traveling. Maybe I could catch something early. I don't know what time my flight is. It could be that night, that Sunday night. I don't know. If it is Sunday night, I'll do it. I'll do the game, probably partial game, whatever. Let's see how it goes. But anyhow, sports is in full swing. All right. Baseball finally over. Once again, congratulations to the LA Dodgers. Now we have hockey. Now we have NBA. And we have NFL. So now, as the system, as the sports is getting shorter and shorter. I say system. I don't know why I say system. As the season is upon us, now we have different sports opening up, and then suddenly when your team goes, they're out of the playoffs, they're eliminated. You don't want to talk about no more. You want to continue. I'm not going to do that. Continue talking Miami Dolphins. I continue. Win, lose, or draw. It doesn't matter who it is. The big game today, it's Pittsburgh and the Colts. But I'm going to give you guys, give me a sec. I'm going to give you guys a schedule what's going on in the NFL today. So we have the Bears in Cincinnati, 4-3 and 3-5. Okay, Joe Flacco got injured. We don't know if he's going to play this game or not. I don't think he is, but I don't know that yet. But anyhow, that's the game at 1:00. Then you have Minnesota at Detroit, another divisional game. That's going to be a good game, guys. Carolina at Green Bay. That's going to be a good game too. To Carolina and Green Bay, 5-1 versus Carolina 4-4. Chargers is at Tennessee. Atlanta is at New England today. San Francisco is at the Giants. Colts and that's a good one. 7-1 Colts versus 4-3 Pittsburgh. Denver's at Houston. Jacksonville is at Las Vegas Raiders at 4:00. These are 4:00 games now. New Orleans at the Rams is at 4:00. Kansas City and Buffalo. That's a good one too. Kansas City goes to Buffalo. 4:25. You got Seattle at Washington tonight at 8:20, and then Monday Night Football, Arizona at Dallas. That covers your actual NFL. Once the season goes along, I'll be giving you guys NBA's score, NBA, which I'll probably give you NBA scores anyhow, and standings and all that as we get closer. I mean, it's too early. I mean, they play like 4 or 5 games already in the NBA, 6 games. I mean, they got a lot of games to go to, and then we got hockey too, just started. So hockey, I think, is like 11 games now. So it's a long season. But anyhow, I want to thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, liking the channel. Give me the thumbs up, man. Comments. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how I can make this better. Like I said, I'm working on some things here on my studio. I'm trying to get the best video quality, the best sound quality that I can have, so you guys enjoy the podcast. Once again, man, have a blessed weekend. Thank you so much, and remember, fins up, and listen, stay positive. Have a blessed one.